I used to be really worried about looking dumb in front of other people, and it's not like I've completely like gotten over that feeling or that worry. But I will say I worry about it significantly less than I used to, and that's because I came to a realization. Because that realization was, you know how you have all those worries and fears about people looking at you, judging you, um, making fun of you and laughing at you, right? But here's the thing. Pretty much everyone has worries like that. You're not unique in that you have things that you're self-conscious about and you're worried about people judging you for. Everybody has their own insecurities, their own problems, their own things they need to worry about. You're not unique in that way. And because everyone has their own insecurities and problems and things that they're worrying and thinking about, they're not really paying attention to you in the way that you think they might be. Like, they're not paying you enough attention in order to judge you in the way that you're worried about them judging you. Sure, maybe they might for a small minute, maybe, like, for example, if you're dressed like a clown or wearing some ridiculous clothes walking down the street, and someone sees you walking down the street, they're probably gonna look at you and see you and say, and they might laugh or make a joke about it and say, huh, that guy looks funny. But then guess what? They're gonna keep walking, and 5 minutes later, they're gonna have forgotten about you. Because they have their own worries and insecurities and things and problems that they need to deal with. Everyone does. And I think they call it the spotlight effect, where people tend to believe that people are paying them more attention than they really are. And I'm not saying this in a mean way, I'm saying this in a reassuring way, is you're not important enough to other people, to most other people, for them to pay you that kind of attention. Because again, they have their own things, their own lives to worry about. They're not worried about if some guy looks silly walking down the street. They might laugh at it for a second, but it's gonna be out of their minds in a couple minutes, But the sad thing is, there's a lot of people who let that worry, that fear of being judged like that, stop them from doing a lot of the things they want to do. And you shouldn't let that fear stop you. The reality is, again, that people are just not, more than likely, they are not paying attention to you like that. And so you letting that fear hold you back is kind of an irrational thing. I think that if you let that fear hold you back, and you, because of that, you don't want to be judged, so there's a lot of things that you want to do but you don't end up doing for fear of judgment. I think that when you look back in your life, you're going to regret not doing those things. You should do the things that you truly want to do. It's just not worth letting that fear hold you back when there's so much that you could do. I know, for example, there's a lot of people who, I've heard a lot of people talk about wanting to start YouTube channels, but always being scared to do it because they're scared of people judging them and whatever. Um, for me, I've done YouTube for a long, long time, since I was like very young, since I was like 12 years old, 11 years old, something like that. And for me, I never really had that issue when it came to YouTube. Like I said, I was always scared of people judging me. Yet for some reason, when it came to YouTube, I just didn't have that worry. It was just different. I guess maybe it's because I'm kind of just talking to a camera, and so sometimes you don't quite connect that to the faces of people as much, and for that reason you're not so worried about being judged. I don't know exactly, but just for whatever reason I never had that worry, even though I do worry about people judging me, or at least I did a lot in the past. Of course I still do a little bit, but I've got new perspective on it now, which I'm trying to share with you. um, but yeah, anyway, like, some people do have that worry about, they want to start a YouTube channel, but they're scared that people are going to judge them and that type of thing. But, if you have a goal like that, or maybe it's not a YouTube channel, you want to start a TikTok page, or, making some kind of content, or you want to start a business, you want to start, I don't know, whatever else. I don't know. I'm not good at thinking of other things. The main things that I'm interested in are like business things and YouTube things. But anyway, you want to start something, but you're scared of people judging you. I really would encourage you to just do it. People have their own worries, their own things that they need to take care of. They don't really have the energy to focus on you like that. They're not focusing on you like you think they are. They're not judging you the way you think they are. You might get a little bit, like I said, of judging from people. I mean, that's always kind of going to happen, but the thing is, they're going to forget about it. They're going to move on and worry about their own things. And I think the sooner you can realize that, and the sooner you can come to peace and come to terms with the fact that that's how it is, the better off you're going to be. The sooner you'll be able to start the things that you really want to do without the worry about judgment from other people. How is this thing is grown on dirt? What the heck? That's not how Minecraft's supposed to work. You are your own worst critic. I've heard that said before. I don't know where that comes from, but you are your own worst critic. Okay? You judge yourself more than other people. You're the only person who spends that kind of time examining yourself and looking at yourself and seeing all the little flaws and holes and exaggerating them. No one else does that. You only do that to yourself. And one more thing I will say, if you do just go for it and you start to become successful, there actually probably will be some people who start to judge you more. There will be some people who become haters, probably. Pretty much anyone who's successful has them. But guess what? If you're at the point where you have haters, that's when you know you've really made it. That's when you know that you're really doing good. If people actually do start to care enough to invest that kind of time and energy into picking you apart and hating on you, that means you're doing something right. People are paying that much attention to you. So if that's the case, you should really not let that get you down either, because when you're successful like that, when you have that many eyes on you, people are going to hate no matter what. They're going to pick at you and find something that they can use to hate on you. That's not something that's avoidable. So you might as well accept it and just be who you are regardless. Be the best you can be. And know that those people are just trying to get a rise out of you. And there's probably something within themselves that they really should be looking at to fix, but they're ignoring. Because haters, people who hate, people who insult other people for certain things, usually have the same type of thing going on within themselves. That's kind of more of a different topic, but I just wanted to throw that in there as well. But like I said, once that happens, that's when you know you're doing well anyway. So don't worry about those people. Your biggest enemy is your own self. So get out of your own way and get after it. Have a good one. I'll see you next time.